Okay, let's get started. My name is Mr. Essink. This is Mr. McDowell. We're the technology coordinators here. Our offices are in the media center. If you don't know how many people have seen me before in the building? Okay, a few of you. How many of you have seen Mr. McDowell? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good for hiding out every day. Yeah. All right, we're going to try to make this Chromebook policy as interesting as possible. Luckily, with the help of some of your peers, they created a great video that we'll show you a little bit later. But what we're going to go over is just a little bit about the one-to-one initiative, what it is. We're going to skip the research part because that's boring, and talk a little bit about how it's going to transform your classroom possibly, the benefits to you, your responsibility, and then where you're going to find some information and some question and answers. All right, so Fairbury Public Schools is one-to-one from 3rd grade all the way to 12th grade. Now, 3rd grade through 6th grade, they don't get the privilege of taking their device home. They actually have to come to school, check it out, go through their classes, and check it back in at the end of the day. So, fortunately, you guys, 7 through 12, have that privilege of taking the device home, if your parents are allowing you to anyway. So be lucky that you can do that. That wasn't the consensus for every administrator, so but that's the way it is right now. So don't abuse that privilege. The devices. We put this screen up here. Not everybody has the same device.
Kevin
7th.
and Dominic Ramirez, please come to the office. Kevin Paradis and Dominic Ramirez, please come to the office.
7th and 8th graders possibly have some different devices.
Jolie Riggs, please come to the office. Jolie Riggs.
They either have a gray Acer computer or a silver Samsung computer. And then 9th through 12th grade all have an HP device. Now, if you're a 9th grader, you will keep that device till the end of your school career here, whether that be 4 years or 5 or 6. Some of you lifers. No, just kidding. But 7th and 8th grade, 7th grade you will keep the same device for next year, and 8th grade you will be getting a different device next year. So just so you're aware of how the procedure goes. The bag. Okay, we tried to pick a bag that is vertical so that if you have a backpack, how many of you carry a backpack around? A lot of you. So if you have a backpack, you can put it in your backpack, the computer bag, you can put it in your backpack and slide it in and out of your backpack. That is kind of why we chose a vertical design. Or you can carry it separate. That's your choice. So just make sure that you do remember that you are required to carry it in the bag. And the reason that is because it does have a little extra protection. It's got some hard sides on it. And then it also is padded, so we want to try to keep the damage to a minimum on those, so please take care of that. All right, we'll skip the research. How is it going to change your classroom? How many people already have had a lot of your teachers that are using Canvas? Yeah, quite a few. It's made a little difference in your classroom. You've probably taken some quizzes on Canvas, maybe, some of you. And then you get to see sometimes what your teachers are going to have going on, maybe in the Canvas calendar. That's kind of how it's gonna start changing. All of your teachers will probably start using Canvas more and more since now you all have your own device and you have access to it 24/7. They can notify you of things via Canvas or via email, even when you're not at school. So, collaboration. How many of you have shared a Google document with your teacher or another student this year? Okay, that will definitely be beneficial too. So, also sharing products with larger audiences. How many of you have created a Google site? Anybody? A couple of you? Okay, that's something you might be able to share in the future with maybe even the public. So. And then alternate forms of assessment. All of you have taken tests on the Chromebook before. And it'd be a lot nicer to have your own computer now instead of checking out a cart so that you can do testing. So we can skip that page. Canvas, we talked about that a little bit. All of your teachers will be using that more and more. You can skip through that. Skip that one too. All right, we got a video done by your peers. They did a great job on this. It's going to show you a little bit of Chromebook policy, hopefully in a better format than us just talking up here. So enjoy.
You gotta be kidding me. Nope. Alright, we still did it. Lyndon,
Yeah.
will you bring me that Chromebook?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, don't carry it like
Oh, I'm
that.
sorry.
Jeez. Nope, still don't have it. Hey, Lyndon,
Yeah.
will you bring me that Chromebook?
You bet.
Oh, nice carrying technique.
You bet.
Always be smart when using your Chromebook.
We're always watching.
Lyndon, seriously, you are going nowhere in life. Stay off your phone.
Really? I'm sick of this.
Lyndon, come on. I told you to get off your phone before.
I'm sorry. I'll get back to homework. Hey Jesse, you shouldn't have this cord going across the hallway like this. There you go.
Hey.
You bet.
Hey, Jared, you should move that before you do that.
Alright, I forgot it was there.
It's all good.
This is the locker.
Hey, it's Chromebook.
Thank you. Yeah, she really liked my drum. You work on your project? Why don't you have yours out, Izzy?
Because I was foolish and I didn't charge it last night.
She think you got me, boy.
You're right.
You're gonna go out, work on the project. Why don't you have yours open? Mine's dead. Oh.
Should have charged it like I charged mine.
Oh.
The wrong way!
The right way.
The wrong way.
Class, there's gonna be a test tomorrow.
The right way.
Alright, class, we have a test tomorrow.
Wrong way.
I sure am only doing all of my homework. Oh, looky, a little chinchilla to help me do my homework.
The right way.
Although you may get lonely doing your homework, there are no animals allowed on the computers.
It's lunchtime. Lunchtime.
Here's your new Chromebook.
It's mine?
Sure is.
Awesome. Sweet.
Oh, here, I got some stickers for you,
Oh,
too.
stickers to put on my computer too? That's awesome. Sweet. Got my laptop from last week. Now I can put some vinyl decals on it. Look.
I need to use the plug-in.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh.
I need to use the plug-in.
No, first come, first serve.
All right.
All right. They did a great job on that, didn't they? All right, we're going to review just a few additional things. Obviously, only school-appropriate content on the device. Use common sense. Most of this stuff is really just common sense. Wireless access at home. You should be able to connect to your wireless access at home. If you do not have wireless access, you should have learned in another session how to do it offline, correct? All right, good. Now that our Wi-Fi here at school really doesn't extend beyond the buildings, so if you come here expecting to do it from the parking lot, it's probably going to be pretty sketchy, so I don't think you'll probably be able to do that. But the building's open quite a bit for events, so there's no problem with you guys coming in and using the Wi-Fi in the commons area. It's not a problem. Apps and extensions and system installed by the district shouldn't be tampered with or try to be removed. There's something called developer mode on these. If you try to put the device into developer mode, it'll actually wipe the device, and then it'll force it to try to re-enroll into our system, and you'll have to bring it to us to do so. So just so you're aware, if you try to put it in development mode, we're going to know right away because it's going to wipe the device, and then you'll have to bring it to even function. So please do not try to put it in developer mode. There's also some extensions that are installed automatically. They'll have like a little, looks like a little building icon, and everything will be grayed out. It won't let you uninstall those, just so you're aware those are installed by us. No personal Google accounts. So if you try to use bob@gmail.com, it won't log in with that. It'll only log in with an @FairburyJeff. So just so you're aware of that. Along with that, do not share your username and password with anybody, please. Remember, all of this is monitored. We'll get to this a little bit later. All of this is monitored 24/7. If you allow somebody to have your username and password, then everything they're looking at shows up as your name. So just be aware of that. Teachers and administrators may do random inspections. Make sure you have your computer in your bag. So when you're transporting it, just be aware of that. And then also make sure that you keep the label on your computer, your little ID badge. Make sure that stays on the computer. All of this is in the Chromebook policy and usage handbook, and we'll show you how to get to that. If you do accidentally do something inappropriate and your teacher thinks that it deserves a stop-it ticket, you will automatically be placed on restricted internet, and we'll show you kind of what that looks like here a little bit later. It's not going to be very fun. And then in order to get off that restricted internet, you'll have to take a course, a stop-it class, that's offered only once a month. So if you do something dumb on the 1st of the month and the stop-it class isn't until the 30th, you have 30 days be on restricted internet until you take that course. So try to stay off of that. That won't be very fun. And then in May, all of these devices will be returned back to the school. You won't be able to keep them over the summer. I know, boo-hoo. But we've got to clean them up, do maintenance on them, reassign them to new students if they need to be. And make sure that when you're taking care of them, so that you're not charged a cleaning fee. If none of the keys can be pushed down or something, we may be charged a cleaning fee also. To clean them, use only a microfiber cloth or something that's computer appropriate. Mr. McDowell has a microfiber cloth there. We also will have some wipes in the media center and maybe some in the classrooms to wipe down your device. Those are alcohol-based computer wipes. Please don't use water to clean off your device. Water and electronics don't go very good together. So don't give them a bath, nothing like that. Charging, make sure you charge your device every night. It should last the whole day. If it's not lasting the whole day, we'll show you how to fill out a technology help desk ticket, and we'll try to get that resolved. Either stick a new battery in your computer or swap your computer out with a different one. So it should last all day though if you charge it at night. Okay, so we're not going to put any extra outlets in any of the classrooms. And it's up to your teacher whether they allow you to plug in if your device is not charged. So just so you're aware of that. If the teacher says no, then no's no. So no defacing the device with stickers or skins. Only specific computer skins are allowed. Okay, no stickers that don't come off super easy. Not made for computers. Don't be drawing on the computers. Don't remove any of the school labels, like I said, the ones that are on there. Storing the devices. These do not respond well to extreme heat and extreme cold. So take them with you. Don't leave them in your car overnight or during the day or in the sun. Keep them indoors. Okay, they don't respond well to extreme temperatures. Don't walk home in the rain with your computer. If it's raining and you walk home, check it into the media center. We'll charge it for you. Okay? Or get a ride with somebody. Carrying devices. Obviously, Carry devices with 2 hands. We had a good demonstration of that on the video. And in the case, never carry the device while it's open. No clogging the device with extra data. Now these only have a 16 gig hard drive. How many of you have a phone with a larger hard drive than that? Okay, a lot of you do. Okay, now your Google Cloud Drive is unlimited storage, so you can put as much information on there as you want. But every time you download something on your computer, it will actually go to the hard drive. Now you can upload it right back to the Google Drive if you want, but remember that if your hard drive gets completely full, you will not be able to log into it. So be aware of what's in your downloads folder, what's in your trash. Make sure you're emptying your trash. Okay, so items will get stored on your computer sometimes. So you want to save that space for those offline documents. So, what's the asset protection policy fee cover? Okay, what this covers is accidental damage. Okay, not somebody slamming a computer down on the floor. It is not covered. That's not covered. Okay, that's not accidental damage. What's covered? The first incident of accidental damage is covered with that fee that your parents paid yesterday, hopefully. So if it broken screen or accidentally broken screen or broken keys or broken trackpad or the charger cord got accidentally damaged, that would be covered. The first incident is covered for free. The second incident will be paid by you, the student. So we've listed some possible replacement costs. The screen is $100, the keyboard is $50, power cord $25, the case $30, the strap $7, and then the full replacement cost of the Chromebook bag charger is $300. So, and then frequent damage obviously might result in some disciplinary action too, but I don't think we'll have to worry about that. But what isn't covered? Obviously, damage on purpose. Losing the device is not covered. So make sure you keep track of where your device is. Now, we do have the ability, if the device is still functioning, to submit a police report, and then the police can access the device via GPS and activate the camera to take a snapshot the minute it's opened. So the police have that ability to do that. So, but keep track of your device. Now, GoGuardian, this is our filtering system for these Chromebooks, and it will record everything you're doing 24/7. So we want to kind of show you how this works. So I need about 3 or 4 volunteers. So pull your computer out if you're going to volunteer, and then we'll need your email address. So whoever's ready, shout out your email address, spell it for Mr. McDowell.
T-O-R-Y. Then Karen, V-A-N-K-E-U-R-E-N.
Go ahead and log in, start browsing, open multiple tabs, go anywhere school appropriate. Two E's. Another one?
Tyler. Say that again. Tyler.Bray@cranberryjets.org.
Is that right? Tyler? What's your last name?
Bray.
Bray, B-R? Okay. Okay, now what we're going to show you here is what your teacher, most of your teachers have this already set up as a class, and they can just hit start session. They already have your email addresses in there. But for demonstration, we just picked a few of you. They're going to start session. We've got a few of them not showing up. In the session and try again. Oh, you did? Okay. All right, and what they can do is start session, and then it notified you in the bottom right corner of that your teacher is now monitoring you, and they can monitor you anytime, but this just kind of creates a timeline. If you look, see it shows that what websites you're on. This one's on Google search, this one's on Google Chrome Web Store, the way it looks, and I don't know what that K stands for. Click on that one. Kahoot. So, and your teacher can start the session and it'll record a timeline of everything you're doing. Now, for example, how this is beneficial for your teacher. Let's say Mr. Brill gives you an assignment on, gives you a quiz on Canvas, and he says you can't go anywhere but on this quiz. Okay? So what should he see on that timeline? It should be Canvas the whole time. Shouldn't change tabs at all. So every time you change tabs, it actually, see how it's changing? There, Tyler went on Facebook. You can see the little F. See how that changed it? And then he changed tabs back to Gmail real quick. But see, it marks it on a timeline. So, and then we can go to screens, and I can actually look at the screen view. And then if a teacher doesn't like the tab that you have open, they can just close it for you. Or they can block everything for you. Or they can open tabs for you. And it notifies you.
I just got a new tab.
Yep. And it notifies you when your teacher has started a session also. So this is very useful for your instructor so they can kind of know what's going on. So they can also take snapshots, and they can go back and look at this. They can start the session, they can close the tab, leave it, and come back tomorrow and look at it, or come back in the night and look at it. It records the session for as long as they tell it to. Now, along with that, we can go to, teachers can go to this administration console, and they can look at user activity. So right here is kind of a dashboard, tells us kind of what's going on in the last 7 days. Last 7 days, we've looked at or created 2,840 Google documents, watched 1,151 YouTube videos, searched on Google 6,003 Google searches in 7 days. And then this is kind of a graphical indication of what sites were the most common today, or they can choose a range of days. And then kind of what's trending. And we scroll back up, and this white list and black list, that would be blocked and not blocked. Right now we pretty much block we block just what the state requires of us. Academic dishonesty, controlled substances, malicious sites, pornography, sexuality, a few social items like chat websites, and time-wasting things. We don't block anything unless an administrator or a teacher tells us to, so you're aware of that. We don't go searching for things to block. When you get put on the restricted list, for example, if you get a stop-it ticket, then it gets much more aggressive. Okay, you pretty much can only go Canvas and Google Docs, so it's not very fun. It's pretty hard to browse the web when you're restricted that much. It's not very fun. We can also look at all the YouTube videos that are being played. We can do a time range. This is 19th through the 22nd. This one's Tyrannosaurus Rex versus something. We can look at all the YouTube videos that are being watched. Your teachers can click on that and watch the YouTube video, or they can click the blacklist button and block that YouTube video. Okay? Santa Claus drives a school bus. Also look at your Google searches. Now they can click on your individual name, so this person was searching for the Chrome web or the Chrome store. They can also click on your name and then break it down to exactly what that user looked at and their web history, their Google searches, their YouTube history. Break it down by all. And then they can also view the search to see what you were seeing also. And then they can go to Google Docs and look at what Google Docs were created or accessed for each individual user. And then they can also look at what apps and extensions that you have installed on your device. And then here's where you can break it down to each individual user. They can search for you, they can click on your name, and then they can break it down by just what you have individually looked at. We show you this just so that you know that this is 24/7 recorded, so that your teacher or your administrator can look at this anytime. And then that's also where we can submit a police report to, and then give the police department control of that. All right. On the school website, if you have an issue with your device, you can go to Students and Technology Help Desk. Okay? This would be where if you have an issue, you go fill out a help desk form. Your teachers have to do the same thing. Your administrators have to do the same thing. It automatically records your username, so if your device is not operational, and somebody else is helping you do this, just remember that you need to document who this is. Later on, we'll show you how to do that. What room number you're located in, that you're a student. And this right here is the most important section. 99% of the problems that can be solved by restarting your device. Okay? If not once, twice. Now, if your device seems to not be responding, hold that power button until every light goes off. And then start it up again. And if it doesn't work the first time, try it again. Okay? We resolved, 15 problems yesterday just by restarting devices. Okay, then mark which building you're located, because this is for every building in Fairbury Public Schools. What device you have, which will be a Chromebook most of the time. And then a device number. Now your device number is actually your name, because that device is assigned to you. So put your name right there. And then describe the problem in detail. Okay, what do I mean by in detail? Let's say you can't print. Okay, if you put I can't print, am I going to be able to resolve the problem for you? Probably not. You need to put I printed my Google document named Spider Monkeys. Okay, and I printed to Follow Me Black and White. Okay, and I went to the media center and logged in and the document wasn't there. Or I logged in and I pushed print and the document didn't come out. Okay, that's descriptive. Okay, that way I can kind of narrow down what happened. Okay. Questions on that? We also have one-to-one Chromebook resources. That's where you're going to find that Chromebook policy, procedures, and other frequently asked questions and other parent resources also. So, questions about that? Questions about any of the stuff we've covered so far? No? You guys still awake? No. It's your last session.
When they charge their computers, should they shut them off at night?
Doesn't matter. If you're charging them at night, if you plug it in, it'll charge. It doesn't matter if you shut them off, close the lid. Doesn't matter. No other questions? What time are we out of here? All right, you get a little free time.